You know, we're always told to connect more, to optimize everything, to just do more. But what if the real secret to a better life isn't about adding a bunch of new stuff, but about returning to something older? Today, we're going to explore how some ancient ideas from Japan offer this incredible guide to finding calm and focus in a world that feels like it's designed to steal both.
So does this feel at all familiar? You've got thousands of friends online, endless feeds of information, devices that promise to connect you to literally anyone, anywhere, at any time. But, and here's the paradox, for so many of us, all this hyper-connection has this really strange side effect, this deep, profound feeling of disconnection, even loneliness.
And this isn't just some vague feeling we all have. No, the World Health Organization has actually declared loneliness a public health crisis. And get this, they've linked it to an astonishing 100 deaths every single hour. The stakes for figuring this out, honestly, couldn't be higher.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about, the modern disconnect. We're living in this weird paradox, right? A world with more technological connection than ever before that has somehow left so many of us feeling more distracted and more isolated than ever.
I mean, the data really tells a stark story here. Since 2003, the actual time we spend face-to-face with other people has dropped by over 20%. Meanwhile, just in the last couple of years, our daily phone use has just skyrocketed. These two lines are going in completely opposite directions, and it's pretty hard to ignore that connection.
So, what's the answer? Is there some new app for this? Another digital detox plan? Well, the path we're exploring today isn't new at all. In fact, it's ancient. We're going to turn to Japanese philosophy for some absolutely timeless wisdom on how to get back to what's real.
Okay, so our first big challenge is just reclaiming the present moment from the biggest thief of modern life, constant distraction. So this first set of ideas from our Japanese guide is all about the art of simply being right here, right now.
First up, this beautiful concept called Ichigo Ichi. It basically means one time, one encounter. It's this profound idea that every single moment, every conversation, every cup of tea, it's a once-in-a-lifetime event. It will never, ever happen in exactly the same way again. I mean, some restaurants are even putting this on signs, asking guests to put their phones away to truly cherish the unique moment right in front of them.
And that flows right into this next idea, zanshin. It's pretty much the exact opposite of our modern urge to rush. It's the art of maintaining a relaxed awareness after you finish doing something. So instead of frantically jumping to the next task, you just let the moment breathe. You create this gentle afterglow of mindfulness that keeps you anchored in the present.
So how do you actually do this? It's really simple. After your morning coffee, don't just bolt, just sit for a second. After a workout, actually cool down without immediately grabbing your phone. When a conversation ends, just be there for a beat before your mind rushes off to the next thing. These tiny little pauses create so much space and awareness in your day.
You know, once you start building that sense of presence, it naturally leads to our next big idea, purpose. But in the West, we often think of purpose as this one huge, life-defining career goal. The Japanese approach, though, it's so much gentler and honestly, way more accessible.
I bet you've seen this thing on the left before. That complicated Venn diagram? That's the Western take on Ikigai, a formula for finding the perfect job. But the original Japanese concept, which is much more like the simple elegance you see on the right, it's something much deeper. It's your reason for being. It's simply the thing that gets you out of bed in the morning.
See, the Western version puts all this pressure on us to find that one perfect, profitable career. But the original Japanese idea? It's about finding contentment right now. Your ikigai could be tending to your garden, or how you savor your morning tea, or just spending time with people you love. It's deeply personal, and it absolutely does not need to make you a single penny.
All right, so life isn't always about presence and purpose, right? It throws curveballs. It gets tough. So our third toolkit here focuses on some Japanese principles for navigating all that hard stuff with a little more grace and strength.
This proverb just says it all, doesn't it? Fall 7 times, stand up 8. It captures the real essence of resilience. It's not about never falling down. It's about having the spirit to get back up one more time than you've been knocked over.
But here's the flip side of that resilience. Acceptance. Shikara ga nai means it cannot be helped. Now, this isn't about giving up, not at all. It's about the wisdom of choosing not to waste your precious energy fighting things you simply cannot change. It's about accepting reality with dignity and then moving forward from there.
And this leads us to maybe one of the most beautiful concepts of all, wabi-sabi. It's a worldview that finds beauty not in perfection, but in imperfection. It's this deep appreciation that things are actually more beautiful because they're flawed, because they change, and because they won't last forever.
Wabi-sabi is kind of a radical act of acceptance when you think about it. It's about letting go of all that pressure to be perfect and instead finding real peace and beauty in the way things actually are.
And there's this incredible art form that just perfectly captures this idea. It's called kintsugi, the art of repairing broken pottery with gold. So instead of trying to hide the cracks, the repair highlights them, celebrates the object's history and its journey. The philosophy here is that our own scars, our own imperfections, they don't take away from our value. They actually make us more beautiful.
Okay, these are some powerful, powerful philosophies. But how do we bring them from just being cool ideas into our actual daily lives? Let's look at a few really simple, concrete things you can start doing like right now.
Let's start with a super easy one from the Okinawans, who happen to be some of the longest living people on the planet. Hara Hachi Bu. It's a little mantra you say before you eat, just to remind yourself to stop when you're about 80% full. It's such a small act of mindfulness, but it has huge benefits for your health.
What about movement? You don't need to go kill it at the gym. This is Radio Taiso. It's a simple 5-minute morning exercise practiced by millions in Japan every day. It's gentle, it gets the body moving, and it's often done in groups, which helps build that sense of community.
And ultimately, when you pull back, you see how all these ideas weave together. They support what Japan's centenarians have known forever, that a good life is rich in community, gentle activity, and a connection to nature. It's all about these simple, profound reminders to stay active, but take it slow, give thanks, and live in the moment.
So, here we are. The goal here isn't to perfectly transform your entire life overnight. That's not the point. In the true spirit of wabi-sabi, the real question is this: what small, wonderfully imperfect step can you take today to start living just a little more mindfully?